Hey y'all, it's your girl Tashondarenae, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm making another soup recipe. This time around, I'm making cheesy sausage and potato soup. So if you would like to see how I do it, please stay tuned. All right, for this recipe, you will need some form of smoked sausage. I'm using the Hillshire Farm brand turkey smoked sausage. I'm using the entire 14-ounce package, and what I'm going to do is just split it in half and then cut it down into smaller pieces that way. Now I'm going to move on to the potatoes. I'm using 4 large russet potatoes. I'm going to split those in half twice and then chop them down into smaller pieces, kind of the same way I did the smoked sausage. Now, my potatoes are going to be pretty chunky. If you want smaller bites in your soup, you can definitely dice yours down smaller than what I'm doing here. After I have all the potatoes diced up, I'm going to go ahead and add them to a colander and rinse them off really well. You want to be sure to rinse your potatoes off before you add them to your soup. Then you're going to dice 1 whole onion. I'm going to dice it pretty small because although I want chunky potatoes and sausage in the soup, I do not want chunky onions in this particular soup. Now, over a medium to medium high heat in a large skillet, you're going to go ahead and add your sausage. I did have to add some vegetable oil first because I'm using the turkey sausage. It does not render a lot of fat, and I do need some fat for this recipe. So you're going to go ahead and allow your sausage to cook for about 4 minutes. And then you're going to add your diced onion. Now, if you want your sausage to brown a little more than what I have mine, then allow your sausage to cook for about 5 or 6 minutes before adding your onion. Now you're going to allow your sausage and onions to cook. Allow them to cook until they have become soft and translucent. Next, you're going to add about 5 tablespoons of butter. It doesn't matter if it's salted or unsalted butter. It's not going to make a huge difference either way. So you're going to add the butter and allow that to melt down as your onions and sausage continue to cook. Then you're going to add some all-purpose flour. You're going to add about 3 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour. You're going to go ahead and mix that together. Your onions and sausage will start to look really thick, but don't let that scare you. This is how it's supposed to look. You're going to allow this to cook about 3 more minutes once you add the flour. You do need to cook that raw flour taste out. Not cooking that raw flour long enough will completely ruin your soup, so you definitely want to cook it at least 3 minutes. It'll definitely make or break your soup. All right, so after about 3 minutes, you're going to go ahead and add some garlic. I'm using a garlic paste. If you have minced garlic, you can definitely use that. You just want to allow that to cook until it's fragrant. I used about 2 tablespoons of the garlic paste. If you don't like your dishes real garlicky, you may want to scale it back just a little bit. Maybe use about 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons. Now you want to add your chicken broth, and I'm going to start out slowly. I'm going to add a total of 32 ounces, but I am going to start with maybe a cup. I want to make sure I get the smoothest consistency possible, so I'm going to start with just a cup and mix that all in until it's well incorporated, and then I'll add the remainder. At this point, my heat is set to about a medium. You don't want to cook it too high at this point. Now, once you've added all of your chicken broth, you want to go ahead and add your diced potatoes. To that, you're going to add 2 cups of whole milk, and you want to give that a good stir. You're going to season your soup with garlic powder, onion powder, a little kosher salt, black pepper, and Cajun seasoning. I'm using Raging Cajun. I like to use this one anytime I use Cajun seasoning because it doesn't have a lot of salt, but it is full of seasoning. So it's actually perfect for this soup. So once you have all your seasonings in, you're just going to go ahead and mix it, stir it around until it's well incorporated. And then you're going to place the lid on top and you're going to allow that to come to a boil. You want to go ahead and remove the lid and give it a good stir just to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot. Then you want to reduce your heat, place your lid back on and allow it to cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. After about 20 minutes of simmering, your potatoes should be at the perfect tenderness. And you want to go ahead and taste your soup to see if any seasonings need to be adjusted. Next, you're going to add 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream and about 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I'm actually using a mix of sharp cheddar, white cheddar, and a medium cheddar. And of course, you can always add more cheese if you prefer it to be cheesier. Now, if you want a creamier soup, you can at this point mash some of the potatoes, and that's going to make your soup really creamy. For me, this is creamy enough. But that is the whole recipe. The soup is done. It does take a little prep work to get this soup started, but it is absolutely worth it because this soup is absolutely delicious, especially on a really cold day. So I hope you all will give this recipe a try. I do believe you'll enjoy it. If you're interested in a list of the ingredients and measurements of everything I used, check out the description box. I'll have it listed there. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.